Hey guys, Crush Time here. So today we are going to be reviewing my favorite anime currently, Teasing Master Takagi-San. Wait for that to. There you go. I hope you saw that. If you didn't, I don't know. Anyway, so today we are going to be reviewing the episode 1, beginning part, Eraser. Very first part of episode 1 in the season, very first chapter in the manga. Okay, so this is my first review. It's not a breakdown. It's very hard for me to focus to try to break down every element of the episode and the thing. So if I don't mention any differences, that's because I kind of did a light skim, so I'm just doing the basic idea of the episode. It's more of just like a review, I guess. But anyway, let's start. So, in both the manga and anime, it starts off with Nishikata, or Nishikata, whichever English dub is Nishikata, and then normal, like, most of the other language are Nishikata. But anyway, so it starts off with him at his desk, and he has his book up, kind of on his desk, like, because they're learning English, and he's making something. And I don't know if you guys know, but you know when you take a slim piece of paper and fold it over, and it's like a weird spring? Well, that's what he's doing. He's planning to tease Takagi. I said that right, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, so he's planning to tease Takagi-san. And hold on, let me just look at my notes. Very professional, you know what I mean? I mean, just professionality. So it begins with him this kind of making the thingy, the spring, and we hear, well, in the anime, I'm gonna base this more off the anime, but I'll make references to the manga. But both kind of start off with him getting, like, Takagi calling his name, Nishikata, and asking him what he's doing. And in both cases, he responds with, nothing, I'm not doing anything. And she kind of does this weird thing. She makes it seem like she doesn't know, but it's kind of in a sarcastic, teasing way. I mean, it's kind of what the title's for in a way, but anyway. So, it shows that she's more confident and more, I guess, open in a way. Like, she's not I guess I don't want to say Nishikata has a bad self-esteem, but I feel like hers is a little bit more, I don't know, something better, something like that. So, let's see. Oh. And then, so, in both, because in the anime, she makes it seem almost like she's helpless at this point. Like, so, it moves on to her trying to open her pencil case. And in the anime, she acts more like she just really can't do it. But in the manga, she shows almost in a sarcastic, like, oh, can you open my water bottle or something? I can't open it. Whereas in the anime, she's like, oh, can you help me? I can't open this. In a more, not to be like mean or anything, but in a more feminine way, I guess. And Nishikata gladly accepts, which kind of shows that they aren't necessarily against each other. They aren't, like, they don't, I don't know, they are friends, if that makes sense. So he helps, he takes a pencil case, opens it, and the thing that he was going to make to tease Takagi-san happened to him. Takagi already knew and basically made it backfire towards him, which is very funny. His reaction makes me laugh in both the manga and anime. And that's kind of, it's almost iconic in my opinion, for the TV show. It's basically what happens in most cases, where Nishikata tries to take a prank or try to tease Takagi, and Takagi somehow makes it backfire at him, and it creates a reaction that is just hilarious, and it makes both the viewers and Takagi laugh, and it's super funny, and I think that's what makes the show so amazing. Just it's a slice of life comedy, and a bit of, well, it is a romance, but it doesn't pressure it. It makes it in a way feel more natural, you know? Just yeah. That's something I really like about the show. It doesn't feel pressured and like trying to push you towards this idea. I mean, it gradually feeds you the idea, but you kind of already know based on what it gave you. What else? Oh, and then when he gets freaked out, it shows his teacher. In the manga, it's not the same teacher we see in the anime. I forgot his name. Something sensei. I'm sorry. I don't remember. I didn't take that good of notes. Like I said, this isn't a breakdown. But the teachers are indeed different in the manga and anime. So yeah, there's that. And in both situations though, they both ask him what's wrong, and he says nothing. It's nothing. But Takagi is over here just like laughing, but quietly. And it does that mostly in the class. Well, like every time she teases him in the classroom, she does the same thing. She doesn't laugh out loud, because if you're a student like me, you know if you start cracking up out of nowhere, the teacher's going to get suspicious and get mad. And I don't think anyone's really in the mood for that. So, she kind of learned to be a little more quiet, if that makes sense. Let's see. Oh, and then this also, I think, helps the story as well. After that, Nishikata kind of starts analyzing what he did wrong and realizes what he should have done, and that's kind of something I enjoy. It's relatable almost, at least for me. He analyzes what he did and kind of overthinks things, and in most cases, well, not most cases, but a lot of episodes, which I will try to review later, he tends to overthink, and sometimes it can be his downfall. I think Pool was a really good example, which is the next one, actually, in the manga. At least I didn't check on the anime. I'll check next review for this show. But yeah, he tends to overthink things, and sometimes it can be his downfall. Okay. And then once that's kind of over, she suddenly asks him, "Hey, can I borrow your eraser?" So basically, he accepts, gives her the eraser, and while she's using it, she tells him about a rumor that she's heard, and she tends to base her interest in Nishikata on rumors, not in a bad way, but in fortune telling, I think. I think that was the name of the episode. But basically, she gets her fortune told by, I don't remember her name. Please don't be mad at me. But she gets her fortune told, and she gets what she wanted. She wanted to lose in a game of rock paper scissors, which I'll explain when we get to that episode. But she does base her ideals for being with Nishikata more on fables and rumors, kind of but if that makes sense. And just, I forgot to bring this up, but most of these notes that I'm getting, I did do some of them, but I got a lot of these from another YouTube channel. I'll be sure to link his channel in the description. Really it helped me a lot. That's where I got most of my notes, and it helped me so much to just, if I didn't, it would have taken me forever to do this episode. So just thank you. And then another thing, this show does take in place in middle school, so I think that kind of helps the aesthetic of pushing the rumor thingy. And I like that about the show. It makes sense. It's almost like a puzzle, and piece by piece it matches, and nothing feels out of place. But it doesn't feel like unexciting. It's fun. But if you're planning on watching the show, I do not recommend binge watching it, or else you will be tired of it. And I did it. Trust me, I lost interest, but it took a little while to get back into it, but I did. I still love the show. Just don't watch the whole show in like a day, okay? Just don't make the same mistakes I did. But anyway, she explains a rumor to him about the eraser thing. So apparently, if you write your crush's name in your eraser, and you use the eraser all up, then apparently you will have some sort of romantic relationship with them. And this makes Nishikata nervous. And so you'll see him. He starts freaking out and gets a little bit nervous. So, anyway, Takagi all of a sudden asks to go to the bathroom. And, oh wait, no. I almost forgot. I don't know how I forgot this. Okay. And then she looks at Nishikata's eraser and starts asking, kind of like persuading the idea that he put someone's name on there. And he is sure that he didn't. Almost pretty much 100%. But she keeps pushing this idea. And he keeps overthinking, which, as you know, can be his downfall. And this is a great thing. Same thing happens in Pool, where he starts to overthink, where she pushes an idea, persuades him to think something, but it's not true. Nowhere near that. It's almost the complete opposite, or not even related to that topic. So, I like that. Yeah. Okay. And then he asks for his eraser back. He looks on it. No one's name's on it. Nothing. So he gets upset. And then she has to go use the restroom. So he comes up with this bright idea that if he takes her eraser and writes someone's name on it, it would be hilarious. Just a good way to get back at her. Okay. So... Okay. So when she leaves, he takes the eraser and slowly opens it, and he notices that there's some writing on it, and so he pulls it out some more, and he sees, what was it? I think it depends on which one you look, or watch the manga or the anime, but I think I'm pretty sure they both say check the hall, but when he opens it, he sees two letters, C and H, so a ch, and he gets a little upset, which persuades the idea that even he doesn't understand his feelings for Takagi. And let's see here. Sorry, I'm just kind of doing a lot of this off the top of my head. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, wait. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Where was I? Oh, I had it. And tandem writing, he also shows this kind of jealousy that it's not him. And it's really interesting because he denies, in a way, his feelings he has for Takagi, but they're there. It's very obvious. I mean, maybe at the beginning they're not as strong as they are towards the end of season 1 and season 2. But it does show. It's it's obvious. He shows lots of signs that he has feelings for her. Like I said, I love that about the show. They don't push an idea, like they don't shove it in your face. They kind of slowly, gently, like show you. But anyway, he's upset, but he's just like, it's fine. I don't really care, which we know isn't true. So he decides to open it all the way, and it says check the hall, and he gets this face of disappointment, which the first time I watched it and read on the manga and anime, I cracked up his face. It made me laugh. So he looks towards the hall, and Takagi's there cracking up, and then she walks back in and is just still cracking up. I mean, quietly, but like still cracking up. And hold on, let me get the source material out for this. But let's see. So he does get nervous. He's just like, what the freak? So he gets like, he starts blushing, and he does that a lot. He blushes a lot. He tends to be more nervous, and it kind of shows the idea that Takagi has a bit more self-confidence. Not that Nishikata doesn't, but it just shows that he tends to get a little more nervous in these sort of topics. And then it sort of ends where he says that he's someday going to get back at her, somehow, some way. And she makes fun of him, just like, there's no way. Not, and kind of explains to him, like, that this, like, what was it? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I thought there was another part. I don't know why. But she says there's no way, especially if you blew 50-50 odds. And he's like, what? He's confused. And she kind of does the same thing that Nishikata does. Like, she doesn't really show him the eraser, but she flips it over to the other side and kind of picks it up a little bit. And she's just like, oh, nothing. And we see the first part of Nishikata's name. And that's where it ends. And so that just further suggests that there is, in the future, going to be some sort of thingy going on between the two. I haven't gotten that far. I'm trying to stay with the series and the manga, but I don't think season 3's out quite yet. So there's that. Yeah, that's Eraser from episode 1 or chapter 1. I hope you... Sorry. I hope you guys liked this episode. It's a bit new. I've never done a review, I don't think. I'm going to try to do these more often. With other books, animes. I think another one I think I'm going to do next time is either the next part, Pool, for Teasing Master, Takagi-San, or a very incredible, touching story. I don't think I'm going to use the manga for this one, but it's called A Silent Voice. Very good. It's okay. When I review it, I'll explain the basic premise of it. But I do recommend watching it. Yeah, I guess that'll be the next episode, or Teasing Master, or some weird thing. I don't know, whatever happens, I guess. So, I'll leave the links for everything I used. Order for the manga, link to the first season, link to the dude subscription channel, and yeah, I hope you all enjoy, and see you next time for the next episode. All right, peace.